and welcome to the archives. We're back again, and this week I'm taking a little bit of a break because I need to figure out how I'm going to talk about how to play as the Corp and how to play as the Runner in terms of actual gameplay. Um, I need to work through that a little bit. So I want to talk about uh, tournament play versus casual play for just a little bit. This probably isn't going to be a long episode. Um, Now, I've played both tournament and casual play. I have yet to play in a draft tournament, but that will be coming soon. I have played in a onesie tournament. There's a couple different formats for it, as far as I understand it. And I played casually. Now, casual Netrunner is when it's just you and some people getting together at a local gaming store or at your friend's house just to play some Netrunner. Uh, there's no real need to follow the most wanted list or tournament rules for legality of decks or anything like that. It's just you and some guys. You got your decks. You're going to play some Netrunner and have some fun. And there's nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that at all. I love just playing Netrunner and having fun. It lends itself to a very relaxed, laid back atmosphere. If the people that you're playing with are also relaxed and laid back, that may not always be the case. There's probably sore losers in everywhere, in any game. But for the most part, I've found people in Netrunner are quite friendly. At least my local gaming store, the people there are like awesome. They're great fun. They don't make me feel like I'm an idiot because I don't know things. They offer me advice for my decks. They're like, you should think about putting this card in because it would react with this one and do some cool stuff. And it's just really cool and really nice. I like them. Now, tournament play can be different. I've been lucky in that, as I said, the boys down at the local gaming store that I go to, the Century Box, they do quite a lot of tournaments, usually about one a month they tend to have in Netrunner, and it's great fun. I've played against so many different people, and even the people that are like serious, that have decks that are like so finely tuned, uh, and they've got probabilities down, and there's like no thought to them when they play. It's just like boom, 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 and they've got their plays done like within seconds. While I'm sitting there for like a good minute going, oh, what do I do? Even those players that are like hardcore players that I would consider that are good, they are still super friendly. This may not be the case with everyone in tournament play, but I find that the ones that I play with, they're super friendly and I enjoy it. But it's a different atmosphere because there's a time limit to the games. You need to play two full games of Netrunner. One is the Corp, one is the Runner. In usually around an hour is about the time period for it. It's usually about an hour. Your the people that you are matched up against are decided by computer or whatever the equation is. Usually they put the names into a computer and it will spit out the results for the tournament. And you'll play usually 4 rounds of Swiss in a tournament play. In that case, it is just 4 randomized rounds based on your past performance and what your current performance is in the game, how many wins and losses you've had, and so on. And I'm not sure exactly how it goes, but you play those 4 rounds, and then after those 4 rounds, it all depends on whether they just decide the winners there if there's time, if there's no time, or whether or not um, the people go into the finals and you get the 4 finalists and see who the top 3 are. They've done it both ways depending on how the tournament's gone. It's very casual and laid back at my store, anyways. Uh, but the tournament play is you need to have your decks need to be tournament legal, so they have to follow the most wanted list. They have to follow the rules of deck building as laid out by the game. in terms of influence rating and so on. Um, they absolutely have to be legal decks. So it's a little stricter in terms of play and play style, but it's still fun. I still enjoy it quite a lot. So that's those things. Um, there's also the different styles of tournament play. I've played two of the three that I think are there, and I think the guy at the local gaming store who helps run the stuff is working on a potential another sort of tournament style. Because I played normal tournament style where you build your deck, you build your two decks at home, and you bring them to there with a deck list of what you've got in it, and you play your games, and you see how you do. There is the onesie tournament, which is also a fun tournament style. You build your decks at home, again. Oh, pardon me. You bring your deck list down. But the difference is that you can only use the cards from one core set, because there's certain cards in the core set that there's only one or two copies of, not always three. You do one core set, you do one big box expansion. So out of the four big box expansions that are out there, you pick one of them, and you can use cards from it. You pick one data pack, and you can use cards from it. And then you pick a single card, a single named card, and you can use that card. It can be from anything. But usually if you're going to pick a card, you're going to pick one that's not in a data pack or a core set or a big box expansion that you've already picked. So you pick those four things. You got your core set, your big box, your data pack, and a single card, named card, that you can have up to 3 of, or 6 if there is a it says that you can have a limit of 6 per deck, because we've got some cards that can do that now. So you do that, and then you go and you build your deck out of that card pool, and you bring those decks in, and you play, and that's another tournament. There's a draft, a cube draft, and as I understand it, a cube draft has packets, like not actual packets, but little decks of like so many cards, and those cards are given to everybody at a table, and you pick one card out of that deck and you pass it to the person to your left or your right, as the person to your opposite direction is passing you a deck, and you go through all of the cards until you get a card pool that you then build your decks out of. And that seems like fun. I missed the cube draft that they had down there, and I'm waiting for them to have another because I'm really looking forward to it. So yeah, that's basic tournament play. Well, you get down there, you play your games, whether you bring your own decks or build them on the site. I think for a cube draft, it's just like so many rounds of Swiss and that's it. So yeah, the tournament play is definitely a little different because it can be stressful. You can get down there with this, I want to win, I want to win, I want to win. And some people do. Some people get down there and they're just focused and intense. And it's only a game. I don't myself go down to win. Winning is just secondary fun for me. The primary goal for me is just to go down and play the game with people that know how to play, people that enjoy playing with me. That's my primary goal. I just enjoy myself. I'm not in it for any great rewards or anything like that. It's just fun. That's why I do it. That's why I enjoy Netrunner so much. I'm not so focused on winning that I lose sight of the fun of it. Although Cipher is a terrible card, Cipher. It should be banned horribly, burn in fire, and so on. I'm kidding. But, yes, thank you for joining me. That's going to be it for this little episode. It's only a small episode, as I said. I just wanted to talk a bit about tournament play and casual play and the differences between the two. and why I'm having fun. Next episode of the archives coming next week, I'm actually going to be talking about two decks that I have used, because this weekend, actually in a couple days from when you see this episode, I do believe, yes, a couple days from when you see this episode, I will be taking part in a tournament. So I will be building my decks and whatnot. So next week, the episode of the archives, I will be talking about my two decks that I played in that tournament, and I might even do a little filming about how I'm doing in the tournament. Who knows? Who knows? We shall see. But thank you all so much for watching. As always, if you like what I'm doing, please give that like button a tap, give that subscribe button a tap, and ring the notification bell to keep you apprised of when I do new videos. And throw a comment in the comment section. What do you think about Netrunner casual play and tournament play? What do you think about the people? Should people be super focused and intense and hardcore? Should they be more casual and laid back and just take it as it comes? What do you think? Let's get a discussion going. I'd love to talk to some people. And until next time, my friends, remember, keep running.